Welcome back to another round of playing the Wizards with myself, Saruman versus Radagast. Okay, and we're at Minas Tirith, and we have a lot more direct influence than we had previously. I think we're going to bring in Halbarad. He's a nice sage diplomat, rather weak, but I could have Gamling give past the shield to him. That would give him a little bit more survivability. And yeah, and then so many, any number of folks could go under Aragorn's direct influence, which I think we'll do. Let's see. I mean, honestly, Théoden could go under his direct influence. He's got 7. He's currently got 7. I think maybe it doesn't really matter. I could put, yeah, I mean, I could, it's not a huge difference. I think I'm just going to put Gamling, first I'm going to put Gamling and Halbarad under Aragorn's influence. And I think I will try and pass the shield from Gamling to Halbarad. I realize I'm tempting fate every time I do this, but let's try. Rolls a 5. Okay, no problem. So now that gives him a body of 6, which is much better than a body of 5. And he also can tap to up his prowess from 0 to 1. So hopefully that will help him survive out here. And both of these fellows are under Aragorn's direct influence. Éomer remains under Théoden's direct influence. And yes, so we will, from Minas Tirith now, be able to go from Anorian to Rohan to the Gap of Isen and rendezvous with Saruman next turn. We'd love to be able to get there and face the automatic attack and play this Palantir. I don't love the idea of passing even more items around, but Gamling, Éomer, neither one of them has any corruption points, so I think we can be pretty safe. Okay, and we will draw one less because Smile at Home is in play. I could have Halbarad tap right now to play Marvel's Told. He would have to make a corruption check. Maybe I should have done that before passing him the shield. Yeah. Or Uvatha. Uvatha is another good one to get rid of. Let's do that before we move. I'm not in any big desperate need. We can move. Let's move and let's keep moving and then we'll see. All right, so that means we draw 1. Ooh, our 3rd fellowship. That's incredible. We just got to get to a haven and then we're going to be really tough. Okay, and our opponent can draw 2. Rain Drake and Prowess of Age. All right, now we do have the option to tap Uvatha to pull 5 cards from our sideboard to our discard, or alternatively to pull 1 card from our discard. They're headed to the Gap of Isen. Now I'm wishing we had not gotten rid of those cave worms. The cave worm can be played on the Gap of Isen. 1 strike of 16. That sounds pretty good. Okay, that's an option. We've got 1. They've got a hazard limit of 5. Okay. Gives a prowess bonus to a dragon drake attack. Okay. Excellent. Okay. So let's soften them up a bit, and then we'll if we can. Or alternatively, we could pull the Drake out first, and then once they've all tapped to try and help whoever survive, then we can hit them with some more drakes. They probably aren't expecting us to have quite as many hazards in our hand based on how we've been playing so far. Let's see. So let's tap Uvatha to pull the cave worm from our discard. We could play Prowess of Age with the cave worm, making the strike of 16 a strike of 17. Let's see. The Aragorn has 7. So even if Aragorn tried to face the strike, I don't think he would. But even if he did, 7 to beat 16. Those are good odds. I don't think they'll do that. I think they've got a more minor characters that they don't mind, that are kind of expendable to them. So I think I'll save Prowess of Age to buff the 2-strike attack of the Light Drake. And I think I'm just going to have the Cave Worm go unbuffed. And yes, see if we can get some of them to tap. Okay, back over here. I think Gambling, it's either Gambling or Éomer. The Halbarad's Sage skill is just too important. Éomer's the Ranger, and Gambling is, the nice thing about Gambling is he has the great mind to direct influence ratio, but I don't think that's as useful as the Ranger skill. We've already seen them play River once, so that we know that's in the mix. So, alright, this Cave Worm is key to Isengard. I mean, if Gambling just faces it raw, he can't win. Do we tap others? We also need to face the automatic attack. I think we just let Gambling get wounded. And if he dies, he dies. Alright, so Gambling can't win with 3 prowess against an attack of 16, so we will roll for his body check. And he rolls a 4. Okay, so Gambling lives. Okay. And now I will I think I'll play the Land Drake, and I could just go after Gambling. Let's do that. Okay, now we could tap folks to help Gambling. His prowess is currently at 1 because he's wounded, but we could perhaps tap somebody. We need to keep in mind this Wolf Strike prowess of 3, and I am keeping that in mind. I wonder if the Land Drake should go after Halbarad instead. Let's do that. Let's say they did that. All right. Sorry. Scratch that. So he's going after Halbarad. So Halbarad is going to... He's going to tap and tap his shield, bringing his prowess to 1. Do we want to try and help him or not? I think 1 to beat an 8. Ugh. And then once we get to Isengard, if we don't have 3 untapped characters, then, well, we're already in a bit of a mess because we are. Let's keep Halbarad alive. We already lost Irith. Let's try and keep Halbarad alive, and we may not enter the site this time and just meet Saruman and do it next time. So, Théoden, Éomer's going to tap to give a +1, so that's 2 to beat an 8. I think that's a pretty good odds. Let's try. 3. Oh no. 5 total, so Halbarad is wounded, and now we roll his body check. 3. Okay, so Halbarad survives. And now we can play the Light Drake with Prowess of Age. All right, fantastic. Finally, some hazard play. Okay, so the Prowess of Age raises the prowess of the attack by 1, so it's 2 strikes of 9 2 strikes of 9. Okay, and we will... I think we've given it up on entering the site this time, so we're just going to tap everyone. Tap Théoden and Aragorn, I mean. Okay, so Aragorn has 7. He rolls a 9. Okay, and Théoden has 5. And he rolls an 11. Okay. Not old enough, my friend. So we've killed a light drake. Alright, and we've arrived in Isengard. We have 8 in our... Oh, by the way... Oh, wait. Well, before we arrive in Isengard, I'm going to play the Sentinels of Numenor. And I might play... Smoke Rings. Bring 1 resource or character from the sideboard or discard into your... Could bring the sapling. No, we're not going to get back to Minas Tirith this time around. Could bring Ioreth back. Okay, so we're bringing Ioreth into my hand, play deck, and shuffle. And then we arrive at Isengard. So we've got 6, 7, 8. Ooh, Riders of Rohan. Okay. Other side. And we bring our hand back to 8. Many turns and doublings. Okay, and then they've arrived at Isengard. And everyone's tapped or wounded, so there's nothing we can do in Isengard, so that's the end of our turn. We can discard 1. Eyes of the Shadow. Environment may not be played if Gates of Morning is for each moving company with us. Less than 4, okay. Well, Gates of Morning is in play, so we may just discard that and draw. Witch King. Other side. Okay. And I think we'll discard the Rain Drake. And another Land Drake. Okay. So that's the end of their turn. Now we're back over here, and our fellows are in Rivendell and Lake Town, respectively. I'm going to have Anduin come in at Rivendell under Radagast's direct influence. And I think we will travel to the only place we could get a greater item that brings us closer to Rivendell and is within reach is Mount Gundabad. So we're in the Grey Mountain Narrows. From the Grey Mountain Narrows to Gundabad is Shadowlands, Borderlands, Dark Domain. Headed to a Shadowhold, leaving from a Borderhold, headed to a Shadowhold. Okay, and so that's what this team will do. This team will stay put. So let's do it. Okay, I'm going to move with this team first. So we are moving from Northern Rivanian to Gundabad. Their site path is... Oh, I'm sorry, I was saying Shadowlands. Yeah. So we're leaving from Northern Rivanian. So the site path is... I guess we don't have to go through the shadow. It doesn't matter anyway because of the reaching shadow, although we can make that go away this turn, actually. So let's go from Northern Rivanian, Woodland Realm, Anduin Vales, Gundabad. And our site path is Wilderness, Borderlands, Dark Domain. Going to a Shadowhold from a Borderhold. Okay? And we draw... we can draw 1. Our opponent can draw 3. Lure of Nature, Shadow of Mordor, Power Built by Waiting, Orc Warriors. Okay. Now before anything happens, because Gates of Morning is in play, I can play the Cockcrows to force the discard of 1 hazard permanent event. I'm going to do that to get rid of Reaching Shadow. So that gets away. That doesn't really help us too much, probably because we're headed into a Dark Domain, but let's just do it. Okay, And remind me, power built by waiting, yeah, this is the card that lets us tap this to increase the hazard limit, and then use the hazard limit on subsequent turns to untap it. And so this is great for the Orc deck. And then this one, hazard limit for each company is increased by 1 for every card over 1 drawn by that company. Right. Okay. So, and then of course the Witch King can totally be played in Gundabad. So they're about to have a nasty encounter that they don't even know about. Okay, so, and we've also got Orc Warriors. But let's do power built by waiting. And then Shadow of Mordor. And then let's hit him with the Witch King of Angmar. The Witch King does not like you running through his territory, so here he comes. Okay. Ranger only. If Gates of Mourning, decrease the hazard limit against the Ranger's company by 1. Okay, so we've already seen them play 1. We've got a hazard limit of 1, 2, 3, 4. We've seen them play 1, 2. This would be 3. So we could play this to make this the end. And but that we need to we can't cancel this attack, unfortunately. Yeah, someone may just have to why is Erkenbrand tapped? He was supposed to untap. Okay. Yeah, so this could bring the prowess down to 16. It doesn't help a lot. Who's going to step up to the plate this time? Let's say Haldir. All right, Haldir, good luck. Haldir's taking on the Witch King. I guess, I mean, let's see. Let's say that we had Gimli face the Witch King. It would be 7. I mean, like if everyone tapped 8, 9, 10. I just don't think so. All right, Haldir's gonna face the Witch King. We'll see what happens. He can't win. He doesn't have enough prowess to possibly win. So now he just faces his body check. And he rolls a 9. Oh, Haldir's gone. And the Elven Cloak, I'm just going to discard. I don't really want the corruption. All right. And now we are going to play many turns and doublings so that he can't play any more hazards against us. And we've arrived. And we draw our hand back up to 8. Erinmir. Oh, sorry. And then our other Radagast. And our hand is at 8. Okay. So we're in Gundabad. And now it's Radagast's turn. And they can play something if they'd like. They don't have anything to play on us at the Haven. So Radagast is going to tap to... What do we do? I would like... Okay. I'm going to tap him to bring in some things that we would like to show up at some point. We've still got a bit to go through our deck, but not so much, and we may find other things we want to do between now and then. So let's go ahead and just bring in generally useful cards here, and we can do it again next turn if we want. So these 4, 5 go 3 and 4th hastened and 2 cock crows. We just saw how useful that card was into our discard pile. Okay, and so that's the end of his movement hazard phase, and now we're in the sight phase. These guys are going to go enter Mount Gundabad, and yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to have Bjorn and Gimli face the strikes. It's 2 strikes with a prowess of 8. Bjorn will tap the black arrow to bring it to 7, so we can't lose unless we roll natural 2. Okay, 7 and 3. So we beat him. Gimli beat his, right? Yeah, so it's, yeah, no way you could lose. Okay. And then Arkenbrand is going to tap to play Orcrist, bringing his prowess up to 8, 9 against orcs. Pretty dang good. Okay. Very useful against this hazard deck, I think. And they're not, Radagast and Anduin aren't going to do anything at Rivendell, and so that is the end of our turn. We can discard 1 if we'd like and bring up, I think we're going to discard Radagast and bring our hand back to 8. Another many turns and doublings. Oh no, I should have left someone untapped. Hold up. I should have left someone. Gimli couldn't lose against his strike, right? So he's got, what? 7, 8, 9 against orcs, and this was already down to a 7, even if he's at 6. Okay, sorry, scratch that. Excuse me, I keep forgetting about the minor items thing. Okay, I'm going to have Gimli tap to bring in the Elfstone as well. Let me roll for him again. Wait, actually Gimli rolled a 3 before, so 3, he was, I can't remember, 9, 6 to beat a 7, so yeah, he would have beat his. Okay, okay. sorry, yes. Okay, he has 3 corruption points, but now he has, he actually has 5 influence against elves, so he could cover a red mirror. We can discard 1. Oh, I was about to discard Saruman. No, he isn't in play yet. Don't do that. Okay, we can discard 1 and draw up. Yeah. I think we'll... I think we will not do that. I think we're good. All right, and that's the end of the round.